welcome to this new video. So I'm just gonna go through two trades that I'm not in because I didn't violate, but I had a personal maximum loss limit of 400 on my funded. So basically what we had here, we've been bullish all day, just been ripping up, and what I've been looking for is this order block. I've been looking for all these fair value gaps and stuff, but I didn't find anything. So this order block that we just tapped into on the 1 hour, and then for like, I don't know, a couple of hours we just consolidated around here. What I like to see is, I like to see this pattern. It's like this. I'm just gonna make it easy. Bam, 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 bam. Then if we're bearish, down, manipulate up, so we get out the sellers, and then we come down impulsive, create a fair value gap or some type of interest, and then just flush down. And what we have here is we broke structure as I wanted to, didn't enter yet, and we broke structure again, and that's even better. And then what we had here was that I initially entered on the fair value gap here, right here, because I thought this was our breakdown. What happened was that we basically I became liquidity. We just did what I just told, that we're pushed higher like that, and then an impulsive move down, as we can see here. And here was where I was looking for an entry. This is on Nasdaq, by the way. So we had this fair value gap. I know that it isn't sure if we tap into it, but if you look really closely, we actually did tap into that. So that's a perfect entry. I can't complain. Stop over, above, and then we have a target on this crossing liquidity here. But I also want to see us go deeper to this one. So we'll see. It's either a 1 to 5 or 1 to 13, something like that. If I were to be in this trade, I would probably take partials, but I don't really know. I think this liquidity is the next partial I would take, actually. So that's the Nasdaq trade. What I saw on S&P actually saw this after the entry. I saw this like somewhere around here. I think it was like half an hour ago. Yeah, half an hour ago. I saw this thing. So basically what I saw first, we were obviously in this, I don't know if we were on the S&P. Yeah, we're in a gap, so I don't know. But the point is, we created an S&T where we moved higher. We took out the highs on the S&P 500, while on the Nasdaq, we at the exact same time frames we just dumped. So that makes me want to that tells me that we have S&P in a discount if we want to move further down. So what I watched out for, we broke structure right here. Let's see here. Then came up back into a perfect fair value gap on the 1 minute. Actually, we reacted sort of in the order block here, but I would say the fair value gap. This would be a perfect entry as well. And yeah, we'll just see if this hits take profit or not. It's a very good setup, I would say. Break structure down, manipulate up. As I told you before, we did this fake change of character move, bam, 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 and after the top, we just flushed down. So I would actually say that this is the better entry of the fair value gap here, which obviously, as you can see, is just perfect. It just flushes down right after. So yeah, that could be one entry on the S&P because of the SMT we had here. You just need to watch out for it, just see it. It's not that obvious, but it's obviously there. And on the NAS, it's a little bit harder just to get an entry just by looking at NAS, but I mean, it's possible. Change of character, break of structure, manipulate up, sweep those highs where all the stops were. Mine actually as well, because I entered here. I didn't enter, I just paid with fictional cash. And then an impulsive move down, fair value gap, tap into that, just flush. And we could also tap into enter of this fair value gap as well that I draw down. I'm just seeing us flush right down. I don't really see us do anything else right now. We don't have any type of, I mean, any reason to go higher right now, I would say. So at least to this 50 minutes fair value gap that we have here in the golden zone. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. I'll be back. So it's been 10 minutes or something like that. We just hit TP on the Nasdaq trade, and the S&P is about to get hit right now. The thing is, right here, when this TP gets hit, a lot of people take the profits, and that's when we just dump even further. So because I'm not in a trade, I'm not gonna take partials because it's impossible. But if I were to be in a trade, I'm just gonna hold this. You can take partials here, but it's stupid to close the whole position. Just let it run. I'm gonna draw it out like, yeah, actually like this. And I'm just glad if we get like, I don't know, 30 points till. It's 30 points more. Yeah, a good trade on the NAS, even greater on the S&P. I mean, a 1 to 8 trade is just perfect. And it's basically just because of the S&P we had. Yeah, it's just perfect. I'm gonna I'll come back when we hit, if we hit the further TPs on especially the Nasdaq. This liquidity resting here that we created in the pre-market. So what I'm gonna be looking for, by the way, I would take partials here if I were in a trade, which I'm not. I would take partials here and probably have my stop around somewhere right around here on the S&P. The thing is, I want to see this run to at least the gap here that we open up to, something like that. But of course, take partials. I mean, it's a 1 to 8 already, and the Nasdaq. Also take partials here, as I just said, and I would probably have my stops. Well, it's hard. Yeah, I would take off half position here and just have my stop here for the remaining of the position, and with the S&P, I would have it. Whoop. Let's see here. So I'll come back when I would say either hit TP on this, or stop loss, or TP here on this liquidity, or stop loss here. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna do a little inputs. It's been like I don't know, 20 minutes since we took this liquidity, and also this one here. I would actually put my stop here. So I would close out the position somewhere around here on the S&P, and somewhere around here. I'm just gonna explain my thoughts about this and another thing. So the first thing I want to talk about is first of all, these setups or these wins. These setups come often, but these actually executions don't come very often. I mean, 1 to 40 risk reward already secured 1 to 7 or something, and on this 1 to 10 I've already secured or something like that. Yeah, 1 to 12 even. It's insane. First of all, these opportunities and executions don't come very often, but the thing is, when they do come, you need to realize that you're right. This time you were right. So what I want to say with that is, don't cut the win too early, basically. I mean, when you see the move down here, you're right. You're very, very right. Just let the winner run and just see what it does. Because let's see, if I would take all my position off here at a 1 to 8, I would have missed on our on a 1 to 12 right now. I mean, you shouldn't have FOMO, but what I want to say is that it's once these setups actually hit, then let them run. It's really important. And the other thing is, when you have the momentum down like this, it's also stupid to put your break even up here, because I mean, the price isn't likely to even come above let's see here, this high right here that we just made. That's why I put it here. And also on the Nasdaq, I lowered the stop, because most likely we're just gonna flush, well, maybe do a little retrace, but then it's good that I have my tight stop here. What I could do now, when we see that the price is just flushing, just keep a trailing stop. I mean, I already have a 1 to 12 on the S&P. Just do it like this. Have a trailing like that, or something like that, or something like that, and just keep it down. I mean, once again, I only need to be right 1 of 12 or 13 times to be break even on these type of setups. This right here it's just golden. If you can just keep yourself to these setups, they come maybe not every day, but every single week you have these setups. If you can just trust yourself that in the long run, even if you lose 5 trades in a row, 10 trades in a row, if you have these setups and you get these executions, just trust that you're gonna make a lot of money. But yeah, I'll come back if we come to the take profits, or maybe even the stops that I just tightened right now. So yeah, I'm back. It's been like an hour or something, half an hour, I don't know. So basically we hit TP on the S&P. I won 216 risk to reward. It's a very good trade. Obviously could have held longer. We have this huge gap, and we could just let it run. But because it's so late, its market closes in like 1.5 hour. I mean, I would just take this. It's perfect. Why not? And on the NAS, we haven't taken this liquidity yet. I would just let this run. I mean, maybe lower my stop to somewhere around, I would say here. Just because, or I could just take the whole position off here. But it's still a good 1 to 13 if we hit the whole take profit. But right now it's a 1 to 10 or something like that. Yeah, good trades overall. The best one is the S&P, just spotless. It's perfect. S&T, break of structure or change of character, or whatever you want to call it. Tap into the fair value gap. It's just a no-brainer. The thing is, these things don't execute every time, but at least sometimes they do. And when they do, you get like something like this, a 1 to 16, or if you would have held 1 to 20. But 1 to 16 is the thing I would have held for. So yeah, thanks for watching.